Breathing through. And with our palms pressed together, closing our eyes, softening shoulders, back and down. Sensing a long, tall spine. Lifting your heart with an inhale, expanding the front of your body. Exhale, softening down your shoulders and drawing lower belly in to yoke your breath. As you press your thumb to your heart, your sternum, and separate the fingers away from each other a little bit. Keep the breath moving round, opening and expanding your heart, your lungs, opening with full moon energy and the sun in the sky as we notice our sun moving to the height of summer with the summer solstice and the full moon energy with the first of our eclipses. There's going to be 2 more eclipses, one for summer solstice, the new moon, on the 21st, which will be a solar eclipse, a ring of fire, and one for the full moon, that's directly after that in a month's time, and that will be a lunar eclipse. And these 3 eclipses together are quite rare. They happen now and again. And the next 3 that will be together will be at the end of this decade, 2029. So we start the decade and end with 3 eclipses in a year. And this is significant of this decade. With the eclipse energy at the moment, as you breathe and continue your breath, I'll just talk to you about Sagittarius, the bow and arrow as a symbol to shoot your arrow with intention out to the world, to shoot love and peace. And as you notice, this energy is all about truth, to find your truth, to speak your truth, to speak with this truth for all. The energy of balancing and of equality, of everyone as equal, all around the world. And as you breathe with this energy, allowing this balance, this activating, shooting your arrow of intention, to know that you are a part of the amazing web of life, and this amazing web of life is now calling for you to step up and to be in your purpose, setting your intention for the next month with these 3 eclipses in sequence. And whatever you set as your intention at the moment is said to be very important, very significant for you. Taking one more breath, please. And then let's relax the hands, turn the wrists round one way and then the other. I'll take it onto our hands and knees straight away, please. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Have a little sway from side to side. And taking it into circles round, over the wrists, circling the shoulders, the hips, maybe moving the head in the circle as well in your direction. Then circling the other direction, spiraling round, noticing the feet all the way through to the fingers, the thumbs and the little fingers. Coming back to center, let's take our toes to the mat, lift the knees up into floating tabletop. Feel the hands lengthen up through the arms, lift the shoulders, engage your core. Stay here for 2 more breaths. You can rest if you need to, or taking one knee to upper arm, the other knee to upper arm. Go again, side to side. And then let's press it back to downward facing dog with a slight bend in the knees. Feel the hips and the leg line. Coming forward to plank with an inhale. Lengthen, press the ground away to your heels. Exhale, draw the knees, bend the knees and the thighs back. Inner thighs, sit bones forward. Twice more. Inhale, forward to plank. Press the ground away. Exhale, bend the knees and the inner thighs back and up. Once more. Inhale, forwards to plank. And exhale back, bending the knees in your tiger dog, feeling the hands and the feet firm. Let's take it down onto our knees and step the right foot behind for half plank. Lift your right hand up to the sky. Exhale, right arm under the left side, body towards the ground. Inhale, reach it high again. Twice more. Exhale, under. Inhale, reach it high. And exhale, under. Inhale, lift it high. Square the right foot parallel to the ground and lift it up. Flexing the right toes, lifting the right fingers into your mini half moon, feeling through the left side to the right. Exhale, you can stay there or take the right hand to right foot, drawing the knee and the shoulder back. Feeling into the stretch across the shoulder more, lifting the heart and the gaze. Exhale, take both hands and both feet to the back of the mat, coming up to downward facing dog. Let's pedal it out before we go to the other side. Taking the knees down again, take the left foot behind the back of the mat. Angling your body into side plank, lift the left hand up. Exhale, left hand under the body, wrapping it under. Inhale, reach it high. Twice more. Exhale, under, feel your transverse abdominals lifted. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, under, draw lower belly in. Inhale to lift again. Settling and then lifting the left foot up. Pressing the toes forward, heel away, lengthen to the top hand. Notice a line through from the left hand to right, an arrow shooting to the sky. Exhale, staying there for another few breaths or taking the hand to the foot. Drawing the knee back, lifting your heart, left shoulder back in your awareness. Balancing with the right side, engaging that right side. Stretching the left. Exhale, hand and knee and feet down to the ground. Press it back to downward facing dog. When you're ready, let's come forward to plank again with an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, send the inner thighs back as you tiger dog. Twice more. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, bend the knees and the hips back, feeling into the circle as you inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, bend the knees, hips back. And now straightening out the legs a bit more, just have a pedal out through the legs. I'll step the feet together at the back of the mat, lifting your right foot up, bend the right knee. Scorpion dog, flexing the right foot, send the hip back and the knee back. Looking under the right upper arm. Exhale, let's step this right foot to the top of the mat. You can keep the left knee lifted and then just looking forward in dragon or low lunge. Lengthen to the back heel. Exhale, flatten your hands and step the foot back, reaching it up to the sky. Exhale, take it down and pedal out the feet. Let's step the feet together, back of the mat again. Inhale, lift the left foot up. Bend the left knee for scorpion. Angle the hips. Flex the foot. Hands are balanced. Looking under the left upper arm. Feeling the stretch through. One more breath. Exhale, draw the knee forward through your core. Step the foot to the top of the mat. Hands are flat or on your fingertips, keeping the back leg straight if that's okay, and you did that on the other side. Drawing from the back heel through you, lengthening. Exhale, hands flat, step it back, lifting the left leg high, and then down to the ground. Let's walk the feet forward. Maybe you're crossing one foot over the other as you walk them forward all the way to the top. And then we'll cross one foot over the other for forward fold as we fold in. Inhale, look forward, switch the feet, so take the front foot to the back, cross and fold in. Drawing up through your core, lower belly, pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. Inhale, looking forwards, take the feet hip distance apart. With an inhale, lengthen, look forwards, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold, lift lower belly and shoulders. And then let's just stay here in our dangling ragdoll. Soften, hold on to opposite elbows and sway from side to side, bending your knees, belly and chest towards the thighs or on the thighs. Softening your shoulders, have a shrug around the shoulders. Feel the feet and the weight to the front of the feet a little bit more, perhaps, as you still soften your face, your jaw, have a sigh. Maybe shaking the head yes and no lightly. Have a sigh. And then coming up slowly through the back, rolling up all the way to the top. Let's have a little shake out. We'll do a few hip and body activations before we start our flow. Taking the feet wide, the toes can be turned out slightly, hands to your hips, circling your hips round one way. Noticing both hips, both legs, and trying to really get into the circle, being round with fullness of the full moon, and circling the other way. Bending the knees lightly as you circle all the way around again. Let's take our stance to neutral, but your feet can be wide. And we'll take a swinging action with the hands like we usually do, tapping the back of the kidneys, waking up our chi. With the toes turned up, maybe out, maybe you can lift up one heel and then go to the other side. Swaying, dropping the weight through the arms, waking up our body with gratitude and appreciation. Having one more sway, side to side, and then we'll come back to a stillness point for a moment. Check in with your shoulders now. Let's start to tap our heads, the crown of our heads, the skull, scalp, around the hairline, like little raindrops of nourishment, saying hello to your body, your mind, and then tapping around the eyes, making circles around the eyes, the eyebrows, the lower eyes. See with balance, with beauty, with understanding. Tapping down your face across your jawline, maybe opening your jaw, making a sound. And feel the point that's at the top of the upper or the side of the jaw near your ears. That may be a bit more pressure, tension there, so just tap there a bit more. We'll just still the hands for a moment, hold on to your earlobes and lightly pull them, pulling the sides of the ears as well out to the sides and the tops of the ears. We'll take our hands back down the back of the neck and sweep 3 times through your lymphatic system and sweep around the front of the hand, just as a gesture of clearing that. Then we'll take our hands to our arm and tap round the arm, up and down a few times, down the side of the body. To wake up lymphatics, tap across your collarbones, your chest, to the other arm and up and down the arm a few times as you like. Tapping all the way round and down through the side of the body again. Tap across your chest and make an ah or an ooh sound. Across your collarbones, your heart. Moving the hands down to the sides of the body and then circle direction clockwise 3 times. Round your belly. Circling the other way as well. 3 times about. And then let's take the hands down one leg, tapping all the way down, tap up that leg to your glute, tap down the other leg, and up the leg to the glute. Tap your glutes, your kidneys again. And then let's come to stillness for a moment. Check in now to your feet. We'll take 2 sides, 1 round of Namaskar A with a lunge, and then we'll go into our Chandra Namaskar, moon salutation, prayer to the moon. Checking in with your feet as you spread the toes and then lower them to the ground. Maybe each toe on each foot equally spaced. And then lengthening through your shins, your knees, your thighs, your spine, lifting your core, your heart, softening your shoulders and face. Sending love and peace out to the world as a prayer through your movement, with your breath. Inhale, reach the hands up to the sky, looking up. Exhale, bend the knees, lowering down as you bow. Inhale, looking forward to a flat back, lift up halfway. Exhale, hands down, stepping back with the right foot. Low or high lunge, your choice. We'll just be doing the right and the left side in 2 rounds today. So lifting hands when you're ready, over the head, choosing your hand option. Exhale, hands down, stepping back to plank with an inhale, press the ground away. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, elbows in as you lower. Inhale, sweep the heart forward, shoulders back, firm the feet for cobra up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. 3 deep breaths, you can stay in stillness or pedal. Check in with the hands, pressing the thumbs to the lungs, the little fingers to your heart line, and through the body to the hips, down to the feet, lifting up through the inner seams, the inner arches, the inner core line of your legs. Inhale, lifting right foot up to the sky. Exhale, draw the knee in, step it forward, top of the mat, low or high lunge. Again, lifting with an inhale, staying for an extra breath, choosing your hand option, softening your shoulders and face. Exhale, hands down, stepping forwards with an inhale, looking forwards, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to the top, reaching up, looking up. Exhale, folding down again with your knees bent. Inhale to look forward to lengthen, lift lower belly and heart. Exhale, hands down, stepping back with left foot, low or high lunge, again your choice. Lifting the hands up. Let's drop the right hand to the back space. Lengthen through this left moon, feminine side. Shining with silver light to the fingertips to the full moon. Exhale, hands down, stepping back to plank with an inhale. Press the ground away. Exhale, lowering your own style. Inhale, reach the heart forward for cobra up dog, lengthening. Exhale, back to down dog. 3 more big breaths. Again, choosing your variation to be in movement or stillness. Lengthening with your breath. Equanimous breath. The sound of the ocean, maybe having a sigh. Inhale, reach the left foot up to the sky. Exhale, step it forward, top of the mat. Low or high lunge, again, your choice. Reaching hands up. Dropping the left hand now to the back space. Lengthening up through this right side of sun, masculine. Shining up to the fingers, golden light. To the sun. Exhale, hands down, stepping forwards with an inhale, looking forwards, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold, lift lower belly and shoulders. Inhale, rise up to the top, reaching up. And exhale, hands to our hearts. Close your eyes for a moment and just breathe through, softening your shoulders back, noticing your feet. And then let's come to the side of our mat. So as you set yourself up for Chandra Namaskar, we move in a big circle to the sides of our mat, working on our hips and this yin energy of side to side, where the masculine energy is more forward and back. And the feet together, you've got to, set yourself up please to step the left foot out to the mat. So you're either at the front or the back of your mat, however you position, but the left leg's going to step out. Okay, so I hope that's clear. We take the feet together, lift our hands to our hearts again. Soften shoulders and close your eyes for a moment. Noticing full moon, love energy around the whole world. With an inhale, reaching the hands up. Let's take the hands to the left and the hips to the right. I'll mirror you. As you press both feet in, feel into the stretch. We hold each stretch for 3 to 5 breaths, a bit longer than our sun salutations. Slow down. Inhale, come up to center. Exhale, step the left foot wide. Star, feet are parallel. Fingers stretching out on the extremities. Feel the back line of the arms. Firm the legs. Have a little bend in your knees. Great, Angela, for rearranging. I know it's a bit tricky. And as you lengthen to the crown of your head, you're shining as a star. Imagine Michelangelo's man with the circle around. Big full moon. Exhale, let's bend the elbows, turn the toes out to the sides, bend the knees. The knees are in line with the toes turning. We're in full moon goddess pose, palms facing forwards. 3 more big breaths, feeling the legs equal and strong, lengthening with your breath. Maybe on your next exhale, fierce goddess, sticking out your tongue like Kali. And then inhale, come up to center. We'll take the right hand to right hip, move the right foot angling in, Trikonasana, as we take our left foot angled to that edge of the mat that we're facing now. We reach the left hand forward as far as we can, and then down the inner seam of the leg, to around the calf or the knee area, drawing back the right hip with the hand, the right ribs with the hand, and then lifting right hand up. 3 more big breaths, feeling from the back heel to the crown of the head, lengthening, feeling the back of the lungs, the rib cage. Exhale, lowering that right hand down to frame the front foot, maybe moving the left foot over to the side a bit, and stepping the right foot up the mat a tiny bit and turning the toes to the upper corner or the edge of the mat. Pyramid pose. 3 breaths to lower as we inhale, lengthen. Exhale to fold in. Inhale to lengthen, keeping a micro bend in the knee. Exhale to fold in. Once more. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to lower, and staying for 2 breaths now in stillness, feeling the left hip, the hips level, lengthening through, taking your shoulders away from the ears slightly. And then looking forward, take the back foot back and wriggle onto the toes of the foot. Heel is pressing back. Hands either side of your left foot now in your low dragon. As you activate the back leg, the knee can lower if you need it to, just like we started with, or with the legs straight like we started. 1 more breath. Exhale, taking the hands into the center, into the diagonal, so they're inside the left foot, and we're slightly turning our body at diagonal, noticing the left hip, the legs in this diagonal style. Taking 2 more breaths here, please. Lifting your heart, lengthening your spine. Taking your right foot now down to the ground, turn the right toes at a slight diagonal, then turn the left toes at a diagonal, bending the left knee, we then angle the right foot with the toes up towards the sky in Skandasana. Hands can stay to the ground or to your heart. Look to the right foot for an extra challenge. In our warrior lunge. Taking hands down, firm the feet and turn both feet the same diagonal out to the side, toes turning down in a low squat. Hands can again stay to the ground or hands to your heart. Maybe lifting your body and looking forward. One more breath here, we won't stay too long, I know it's intense. And then exhale down. Let's lift both heels up with the hands down. Call it a spider. And then lowering down. We're going to go over to the right leg now and do the same sequence. So first of all, Skandasana, warrior lunge. Turn the left toes up, angle your hips down, being comfy, hands to the ground or hands to your heart, looking to the left toes. Exhale, hands down. Firm the left foot to the back of the mat and then turn the ankle round. Checking that the right foot is straight to that side top edge of the mat now. And your hands are equal shoulder width apart. In a diagonal lunge, notice the right hip, the leg line, lengthening through. 2 more breaths, please. Taking the hands now to frame that right foot, turning the left heel up a bit more, level the hips, the knee can be up or down like before, and hands flat or on your fingertips. Lifting the heart, lengthening through. 2 more breaths, please. Feeling into the legs strong as our foundation, lifting to our crown as our light. Exhale, bend the knee back a little bit so you're straightening the legs slightly. To lift the back foot in and step it forward. Angle the toes to the side, upper corner or the front of the mat for pyramid pose. As we inhale, lengthen over the right foot. Exhale to fold in. Twice more. Inhale to lengthen, keeping a micro bend in the knee. Exhale to fold in. Inhale to lengthen, feel from the back heel. Exhale to fold and stay now for 2 more breaths. Drawing up through core, shoulders are lifted lightly. Feeling this right hip, leveling the hips. Breathing through. Inhale, looking forward, bend the right knee and coming up all the way to the top. We prepare for triangle pose safely, taking the left hand to left hip, checking that both feet are angled so the left foot toes are turned in slightly and the right foot is straight. Inhale, reach the right hand forward, down the inner seam of the leg, check the shoulders over the thigh, hand to calf or knee area. Healing back that left hip with the hand, the ribs with the hand if you like to self-adjust, and lifting the left hand up. 3 more big breaths from the left heel all the way to the crown of your head, breathing across your heart, your lungs. 1 more breath. Well done. Bend the right knee, looking down, coming all the way up to the top. Let's turn both feet out at a diagonal, bend the knees for goddess. Palms are facing forwards, elbows are bent, lifting your heart, softening shoulders, strong legs. 1 more breath. For an extra challenge, you can lift the heels as well here. And feel into the heels. Taking the heels down, let's take the hands out. Firm the feet, take them parallel, star pose, Tadasana, light seed, star seed. 1 more breath. Well done. Bend the knees a little bit, stepping both feet together, hands up overhead. We finish with hands to the right and hips to the left. Now, crescent moon, back to our new moon, all the way through the sequence, depicting the sequence, the phases of the moon. They go all over the place a bit, but it's quite nice. And then inhale to center, exhale, hands to your heart. Soften your shoulders back, have a shrug out. Great, we're going to practice half moon balance with a bit of a play. Now we're on the side of our mat. We'll do this as a pulse style. So let's step the feet wide, turn the toes out a little bit, and whichever side you're going to go first to, I'll mirror you, so the right foot first. Turn the right toes out. We'll take our left hand to left hip, right hand forward, and then spring off that back foot. Maybe you even keep the back toes down for a breath, just to get steady, and then lift the foot up in a star shape of our half moon, which is advanced half moon and lifted. You can straighten out your left hand as well, flex the left toes, looking forwards. Exhale, take that foot down, hands to your hips, move the feet to set up for the other side. Left toes are facing forwards now. Left hand out to the side, bend the left knee, come up onto the right toes, staying there, or activate, engage, and reach that left hand forward. Right hand up as a star, lengthening through, flexing the foot, feeling into the light. And then exhale down, put your hands to your hips, bend the knees, turn the toes out diagonal. Then hands to our knees, we'll move one shoulder towards the other knee. Pause here for a breath, feel through the sides of the body. And then going to the other side, pause for a breath, feel through the side. Inhale to center. Take the hands down to the ground. Move the feet so that they're parallel and wide apart. Turn the toes in slightly so you've got an inner rotation to help the forward fold. Inhale, lengthen forward through your spine. Exhale, folding down. Twice more. Inhale to lengthen forwards. Exhale to fold down. And once more, inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold, either keeping the hands forward or moving the hands in between the feet, shoulder width apart. As you draw up through the thighs, tilt the hips, broaden the sit bones, take the weight to the front of the feet, and feel the shoulders lifted away from the ears. Lengthen through the spine, each inhale to lengthen, and exhale to lower. And if tripod headstand is in your practice, you can practice it here for a few breaths, taking careful awareness through as you practice your tripod. You know what you're doing, I'm sure. And one more breath in our forward fold. If you're in tripod, stay there for another breath or so. As we look forwards, we'll take the hands forwards now. Keep the right hand underneath your heart. Lift the left hand out to the sky. Shooting your arrow of love and peace around the world. Exhale, left hand down. Reach the right hand up. Turning around your thoracic spine, your ribcage. Shooting your arrow. Love and peace to the world. Exhale, take the hands down. Turn the toes out at a diagonal again. Bend the knees. Let's do 3 big circles. Turning your palms forward, hands down, offering to the ground. Inhale, reaching big round the sides, hands up overhead as you straighten the legs. Exhale, bend the knees, palms together, down the side, the line of you to the ground, the earth. Inhale, reaching all the way around in a big circle again. Exhale, lowering through the center of you, your heart to the earth. Once more, inhale, big full moon and sun shining round. Exhale, blessing through you, your breath to all. And then inhale, let's come up again. Hands wide to the sides, turn the feet parallel for star. Bending the knees a little bit, stepping the feet together. Again, inhale, reach the hands up overhead. Interlace the fingers, index finger pointing up, full body arrow, vessel mudra. Shooting your arrow to the full moon and the sun. And then exhale, softening the hands to the sides. Just going to check the time. Oh, we've got lots of time. Great. Okay, so let's do a vinyasa lower down, and then we're going to move into some back bends. Bending the feet to the ground, top of the mat, hip distance apart, please. You can adjust your mat if you need to. Hands to your heart again. Moving as a prayer for your body and for all. With an inhale, reach the hands up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees as you bow. Inhale, looking forward to a flat back. Exhale, stepping both feet or jumping back to plank. As you press the ground away in your plank, let's take half plank again to both sides, either choosing a straight leg variation or your lower knee is down to help you. Go to one side, lift the other arm up, shining through your core, lifting your transverse side abs and your lower belly. Maybe lifting the top leg to be a star again. And you can do that with your knee down to the ground to help you. Come into center when you're ready. You can rest if you need to. Going over to the other side for a few breaths. Playing on this side. Again, choosing your options. And the top leg can be lifted. Shining through. Exhale, lowering now all the way to the ground. Let's take Sphinx pose as a warming back bend to begin with. Bring the front of your thighs down to the ground in your awareness. Feel the toes and try and sense the little toes angled or down to the mat. Lengthen through the leg line to the hips, activating the glutes. Lift from your pelvis, your sacrum, up through your spine. Lengthen to the crown of the head, noticing the back of the head, the shoulders. Hands can be as you like, or in Hakini Mudra, finger and thumb tips touching. And this mudra, as you know, representing the hemispheres of the brain, the 5 elements, and balancing our brain, our mind. Let's bring our awareness to our breath. And here, just experiencing your breath as if you were doing the alternative nostril breathing, aloma viloma, with our hands down to the ground. So with an inhale, breathe through the left nostril. Exhale through your right. Inhale through right. Exhale through left. One more round. Inhale through left. Exhale through right. Inhale through right. Exhale through left. Now, if you need to rest, please lower down in crocodile. If you want to take it a bit further to seal, angle the fingers out at V with the thumb and the index finger, and then moving the hands maybe towards you to lift up into seal. You can bend the elbows, always keep a slight bend. Notice both inner elbow actioning forward slightly to draw and rotate the upper arms, the shoulder blades drawing together a bit more. Breathing through, let's take one round with our breath in aloma viloma again. Inhaling through the left nostril. Exhale through right. Inhale through right. And exhale through left. Lowering all the way to the ground. Cross your forearms for crocodile. Sway the feet. Check which forearms over the other. Because when we next do crocodile, let's switch to the other side. Soften your jaw, have a sigh. Firm the feet to the ground and wriggle on top of the front of the thighs again. We'll inhale, take the hands over the head, onto the fingertips, stretch through to the toes, then lifting the feet off the ground, press the thighs, the pelvis, the belly to the ground. Lengthen to the fingertips and the toes. Exhale, let's take the hands out to the sides, press the toes to the ground, lift the heart, lift the shoulders back. Inhale, take the hands over the head, lift the feet. Exhale, hands out to the sides, press the feet, lift the heart and the shoulders. Inhale, hands over the head, lift the feet. Exhale, hands out, press the feet, lift the heart, shoulders back. One more time, inhale, hands over the head, lift the feet. Exhale, feet down, hands out to the side, lift the heart, shoulders back. And then resting in crocodile, crossing the opposite forearm over as you sway the feet from side to side. Well done. Next, we're going to take half bow and an option to take full bow afterwards, or locust, your choice. So let's cross the left forearm to square the top of the mat. Have the elbows just in front of the shoulder. Wriggle onto the front of the thighs again, and take the right hand back to the foot. You can flex the foot to pull you and draw you up a bit more. Noticing the right shoulder and the left foot pressing down to the ground. Breathing through. 2 more big breaths, please. In the left shoulder, drawing back. Maybe flexing the toes, spreading the toes. And then lowering down slightly to cross the forearms the other way. Right forearm to the top of the mat. Wriggle onto the front of the thighs again. Align the knees and take the left hand to the back of the foot, around the side of the foot again. As you flex the foot, draw the left shoulder back. Press the right toes down. Breathing through. Be separating the toes, spreading them away from each other, feeling the air around your foot. And then exhale, lowering down. Let's rest for a moment, taking our left cheek to the mat, hands to the sides of the hips, palms facing up. Just rest. Have a sigh. Taking the right cheek to the mat, and have a sigh. Let's level the head, looking down to the ground. You can choose Locust Salutations, just lifting the heart, the hands and the feet, or reach back the hands to the feet, the sides of the feet, and lift up for bow. Noticing your knees and feet towards each other so that they're hip distance apart and not too wide. Flexing the feet will lift the chest and the body up. Pointing the feet will lift the legs up. Keep going, maybe alternating from that flex to the point with your breath. Big deep breath. Big circle around your body, circling with your breath. One more big breath, lifting your heart. And then exhale, lowering down. Let's turn our left cheek to the mat again. Having a sigh. Turn the right cheek to the mat, having a sigh. Taking both hands under shoulders. Press the feet down and the elbows in. Let's draw ourselves up to child's pose. Move the knees towards each other so that they're not too wide, and the hands over the head, please. Unless you want to rest them to your feet. Let's move on to our fingertips over our head, stretching out through to the hips. And then take your palms together and the prayer to the back of your head. Have a few breaths here, breathing through the back of the shoulders, the back of the lungs and heart, to the kidneys puffing up, your lower back. Have a sigh. And then let's come slightly forward. We're going to take half melting heart posture. Angle your left forearm to square the top of the mat again. Reach the right hand forward. Keep the hips lifted over the knees and settle your forehead on top of that left forearm. If that's available to you, otherwise you can keep the head lifted a little bit. Look down to the mat if the head is lifted, or lower the forehead to the forearm. Reach into these right fingertips. Maybe you're on your fingertips for an extra stretch. Feeling through the right armpit, the lymphatic system. The hips are level. Noticing the feet. One more breath, please. Let's move it to the other side, crossing the right forearm underneath your head and lowering the forehead as you reach the left hand above the shoulder, possibly onto your fingertips again, leveling the hips, pressing the hips back but still lifted over the knees. 2 more breaths, please, maybe sighing out. And let's take both hands over the head, really carefully, lowering your heart to the ground now. Hips stay lifted. If that's too intense for you, you can choose child's pose, of course. But we're trying to maybe look down to the ground at first. Feel the stretch through both armpits and the underside of the arms, through the side of the body. Or you can angle your chin to the ground, and that lowers, drops your chest, your heart more to the mat, and lifts your hips up a little bit more. 2 more breaths in melting heart and hatha, heart chakra pose. And then slowly coming up carefully. Let's take ourselves into a forward fold now, and then we'll lower onto our backs. Noticing as you come to the back, seated, moving any glute fresh away from your hips, sitting with a long, tall spine. Feet straight to the top of the mat. Angle the feet so they're square and the toes spread. Let's sit for one moment in Dandasana, staff pose, or seated mountain pose. Hands behind the back and lengthen through the back, through the body. Activate the legs, spreading the toes away, activate the thighs, lift through your core. With an inhale, reach the hands overhead. Exhale, hover halfway, drawing up through Mula Bandha and lower belly. Inhale, reach the hands further forward. And exhale, forward fold. Hands to the sides or to your feet, either to the outer edges of the feet, squaring, or first 2 fingers and thumbs to the big toes. You're quite ready for going further in your forward fold. You could maybe clasp the hands, interlacing the fingers around the feet. Or often what we do in the studio, if we have a book, a block in the studio, you can have the feet pressing against this block, this book, and holding around the sides, and keep increasing that width a little bit so you're reaching further past your feet. Let's take 3 more breaths here. With an inhale to lengthen, lifting the heart, looking to the toes. Exhale to soften, lower down, drawing the shoulder blades back. Keep lifting through your core. Inhale to lengthen again, feeling from the sit bones forward. Exhale to soften down, drawing up through your core. Once more, inhale to lengthen forwards, lifting your heart and gaze. And exhale to soften down through the face, the shoulders. Coming up with your body now, back to your straight back. Let's take the feet to the ground and lower down with our core like we usually do. Angling the feet hip distance apart and parallel. Let's lift our hands forward. Lift through your inner core line and slowly as you can, lowering down to the ground. Through the back of the hips, the sacrum, down through the spine, to your shoulders. Reaching your hands over your head in a stretch, and then take the hands either sides of the hips. Move the feet in for a bridge. You can continue with your full bridge if you want to, or I'm going to talk you through pelvic lifts and then floating bridge. Firm the feet down with an inhale, lift the hips up, away from the mat. Feel the front of the thighs, the feet, the front of the body and the heart. Exhale, start to lower down through the back line of the spine, lowering each section to the hips last, possibly drawing up through Mula Bandha. Inhale, reaching the hips up again, lengthening, lifting away from the ground, firm the legs. Exhale, rolling down through the back, softening your face, your shoulders, and drawing Mula Bandha as you lower. One more time, inhale, press the ground away with the feet, activate the glutes, lift through the front of the body. Exhale, lowering, softening, drawing lower belly in, and Mula Bandha as you lower. Keeping that going, or we can lift into our full bridge, hands pressing palms down to the ground, or interlacing the fingers, walking on top of the upper arms and the shoulders. Noticing the feet level, the toes down, breathing through. If you'd like any other options, we can take the hands over the head for floating bridge and just experience the back body more, the legs and the glutes even more. Or the hands can be down to the ground or interlaced, and you can move your feet in a little bit and narrower towards each other a bit for leg lifts. You can drop your hips down, maybe the hips drop even onto the hands or the wrists. We lift one leg up to the sky, maybe with the hips lifted. Maybe you do some hip dips, which we did a few days ago. Lifting the leg up and down with the hips, and go to the other side when you're ready. Keep that going. Breathing through. And then taking both feet down and the back down to the ground. Let's sway up the knees from side to side. Relaxing now. And getting ready for our Shavasana as we soften through. Let's drop the knees over to the right side. Stack the hips on top of each other. And the legs are more stacked. Maybe the left knee is drawing back a little bit. Angle the left hip to the top of the mat, action that. And then the left hand moves away, shoulder height, palm turned up as you turn your head to the left. Maybe the left elbow is bent, palm face up, the shoulders melting to the ground. Breathing through this left side. And if you'd like to take it a bit further, you can straighten out the left leg, holding the hand to the back of the calf, the ankle area or the foot, and shoot an arrow of your intention. It's like bow and arrow, symbol of our body. Have one more breath, breathing through. And then slowly, carefully, taking yourself back onto your back. Hips and shoulders are level. Let's move over to the left, dropping the knees to the left now. And wriggling the hips to the center of the mat, stacking that right hip over left. right leg over left, the right knee maybe a bit further back, and angling the right hip to the top of the mat as you take the right hand away from the body, shoulder height, palm turned up. Maybe bending the right elbow, goddess, cactus arms, and gazing, looking to the right. Melting the right shoulder down. Breathing through this right side. If you want to go further again, catching the right leg, the back of the calf, the ankle or the foot, and stretching this right leg straight to the left as an arrow of love and peace shining through. One more breath, please. And then slowly coming back to your back on the mat, hugging your knees in. Let's make circles one way, massaging our hips, and circles the other way. One last activation as we take our head to our knees, sealing this in as a seed. And then taking your hands above your head, wriggling your legs, have a shake out, shaking the arms as well, all the muscles. We're ready for a relaxation. Maybe you choose restorative rest with the inner knees touching, feet parallel and wider than hip distance apart. Or you straighten your legs wide. Arms can be wide, palms turned up, or hands to your body as you would like to relax today. As you soften and come into stillness, maybe you could just sway your head from side to side. Relax your jaw, have a sigh. And then allowing the whole of you to melt to the mat. Imagining a full moon and the sun in the sky around the world and above you. This energy shining down. Prana, light through your body. In your own energy system, your light within. Shining to every cell, every internal organ. As you balance and thank your body, your heart and your mind. Relaxing down through the face, relaxing the back of the eyes. Relaxing your jaw and down through your throat. Relaxing across your collarbones, your shoulders, the backs of your shoulders. Down through your arms, your hands, your fingers and toes. Palms of your hands. In your left palm, the moon. Your right palm, the sun. Relaxing down through your body, across your heart and your lungs. Noticing how it feels to relax the inside, organs, swirling light around the whole of your interior torso, around your heart, your lungs, and all your internal organs. Swirling this light down to your pelvis and relaxing through your left hip, down to the left sole of your foot with a moon energy. Relaxing from the right hip and down to the right sole of your foot with sun energy. This energy balancing through you all the way. as you rest in love and peace. Sending out love and peace to the world. And I read a poem by Michelle Ali, Warriors of Light. Some of you have heard this before. Warriors of Light, before walking onto the battlefield, paint a butterfly upon your shield. This is what it means to be a warrior of light, to shoot love arrows in every fight. Love is the water that cools hate's flame. Compassion is our reminder that we are all the same. Now is not the time to idly sit by, while freedom is stripped away and innocence die. Every single one of us makes a difference. Moment to moment, we have a choice. Speak your truth and speak it loud. One strong voice can change the mind of any crowd. The earth's bleeding heart can't seem impossible to heal, just at the place that it feels most real. Pick a cause that feels genuine to you and do your best to see it through. Do not be of service out of obligation, but instead show up out of love, respect, and to raise the vibration. As you seal this in, thanking your body, your heart and mind again, circling your wrists and ankles as you start to move your fingers and toes. Taking a stretch through, drawing your knees in for a hug when you're ready. Maybe rocking side to side, resting on your side. Coming up to seated when you're ready, please. And seated, let's draw our hands to your heart and rub the palms together, create the warmth of your practice. Let's calm our eyes and warm our mind, our eyes, our senses, our communication with understanding, with love and peace. As you take your hands to your heart, bowing your head to your heart, to each other and to all. Namaste.